We were told that if we want to change our lives, we should make drastic changes in our lives. But today's book tackles how small changes to our daily routines can help us change our lives in the long run. Let's talk about goals. Every human in the world has their personal. But did you know that habits can affect our process of achieving our goals? They are called goal-driven behavior. These are people who achieve their goal quickly but only last for a short period because they only focus on their goal and tend to forget the process. And people who focus on the process are more likely to become successful. Like the author said, success is achieved with continuous habits. Good habits will help you maintain and lead you to your goals while reaching the goal itself. Without habits, will only last in a short matter of time.
According to the book, there are 4 stages of how habits are formed. We have the cue, the craving, the response, and lastly, the reward. For example, your goal is to lose weight and be physically active. The feeling of wanting to be healthy is your cue. Then when you feel the need of exercising is what you call the craving. And if you go to the gym, that is called response. Lastly, the outcome is your reward. Losing weight and getting in shape is a long-term process, meaning going to the gym and eating healthy is an activity you should do every day to achieve the goal. Now, there are 4 ways to use this to your advantage.
One is to make it obvious. If staying active and losing weight is your New Year resolution and don't set an alarm, then you are most likely to forget to do it. But if you make it obvious, such as setting an alarm or making the calendar, then you stand a much higher chance of going to the gym. One way of making your cues obvious is habit stacking. Habit stacking is attacking new habits to your old habits. For example, you already have the habit of going home after work, so make sure you go to the gym first before going home.
Next is making the craving attractive. If the craving is not attractive enough for you, you won't be motivated to engage in the wanted behavior. An effective way is using temptation bundling. Temptation bundling is combining 2 activities. One you should be doing but procrastinate on, and one you enjoy doing, but isn't the most productive use of your time. The third way is making the response easy. Taking it slow is the easiest way to make a response easy. Along with the best way to start new habit is to use the 2-minute rule. For example, if you want to build a habit reading books, you can start reading books for only 2 minutes every day and slowly build up the difficulty. Mainly speaking, we should exert the right amount of energy per habit for your continuously keep doing the same actions every day.
Lastly, making it satisfying. If you reward yourself after building a habit, the more you want to repeat it. Like James Clear said, what is immediately rewarded is repeated and what is immediately punished is avoided. For example, if you are trying to lose weight, every time you lose 1 kilogram, you can reward yourself to eat 1 piece of any cravings you have. Or if you want to build a habit of reading books, reward yourself every time you finish a chapter. Or if you are a student who wants to be a productive, reward yourself for every activity or project that you finish. Rewarding yourself will make you want to do more.
Now, how do you maintain the habit? Making sure you don't break the chain of continuity, rather than skipping a day just to do less. For example, if you don't feel like going to the gym, instead of skipping the gym day, just run or jog for at least 10 to 15 minutes. If you don't feel like reading a book today, just read at least 1 chapter or 5 pages. If you don't feel like cleaning the whole house, just clean the living room. You don't have to do everything every day. You can always do less. Just make sure you don't skip a day.
Lastly, the book talks about how you can break bad habits. To break bad habits, you have to make the habit difficult and inconvenient for you. Increase the friction until you don't even have the option to act. For example, if you want to break the habit of binge watching on Netflix, to do that, cancel the subscription so you won't be tempted to use Netflix. Or you want to break the habit of playing PS5, to control yourself from playing too much after you use it, to make sure to put it in the box so it's hassle for you to bring it out and put it back in the box again.
The book has helped every single one of us. It helped us understand that we don't need drastic changes in order to change our lives, that all big things comes from small beginnings. Ever since I read the book, I started to change small things from my routine, such as sleeping early, cleaning my room before taking a bath, and reading a chapter before going to sleep. It's also true that when you fall in love with the process rather than the product, you don't have to wait to give yourself permission to be happy. You can be satisfied anytime your system is running. Atomic Habits is a perfect book for people who needs help breaking their bad habits, such as smoking, sleeping late at night, living an unproductive lifestyle, and more. Breaking old habits was hard before, but after reading the book, we feel motivated to break our bad habits. And we also realize that it's hard to change our habits because we have the wrong system of changing them. We learned that if we want better results, then we should forget about setting goals. Instead, focus on our system. Atomic Habits helped us understand how thinking before doing anything can affect my life decisions. I also learned that habit stacking can help me finish my activities efficiently. Lastly, if I want to be the best version of myself, it requires me to continuously edit my beliefs and to upgrade and expand my identity. The process of changing yourself is a gradual evolution. We do not change by snapping our fingers and deciding to be someone entirely new. We change bit by bit, day by day, habit by habit.